What does job analysis mean? Job analysis simply means studying a job very carefully to understand what kind of work is done in the job, what skills and qualities are needed to do the job, what responsibilities the person will have, what tools, knowledge, or environment is needed. In simple words, job analysis is like a blueprint that helps HR understand a job from A to Z before hiring someone. 2.2.1 Meaning and definition of job analysis. Simple meaning. Job analysis is a detailed and organized study of a job to find out what type of person is best suited for it, what the job involves, what skills, duties, and tools are used, and how to manage the job in a better way. Definition 1 by Edwin B. Flippo. Job analysis is the process of studying and collecting information relating to the operations and responsibilities of specific job. Simplified meaning. It means studying and gathering all the necessary details about what particular job involves, what responsibilities it has, and how it is performed. Definition 2 by Dale Yoder. Job analysis is the procedure by which the facts with respect to each job are systematically discovered and noted. It is sometimes called job study. Simplified meaning. Job analysis is a step-by-step process where the HR team carefully observes and records what each job requires, such as tasks, responsibilities, and the kind of people suitable for it. Jacques, why is job analysis important for you as future HR manager in bank? Let's say you're an HR officer in SBI Bank. There's a vacancy for assistant manager loans department. You can't just randomly hire someone. First, you will do a job analysis to find out what tasks the assistant manager does daily, what qualifications and skills are required, e.g., banking regulations knowledge, customer handling, computer usage, what experience is needed, what are the working hours and responsibilities, and what personality fits best for this job, e.g., calm, problem solver, smart communicator. This way, you hire the right person for the right job. That's how a real HR builds a strong team. Easy example. Imagine you're the HR officer at ICICI Bank. You need to hire someone for a cashier role. You do job analysis and find out timings 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., task, handling cash transactions, responsibility, maintain 100% accuracy, skill, knowledge of banking software, personality, trustworthy, detail-oriented. Now, during interviews, you can choose the person who matches exactly what the job needs. This is smart HR management. Key points to remember. Job analysis equals study of a job in detail. Helps find the right person for the job. Helps in recruitment, training, performance appraisal, etc. It's like a map that guides HR to make the best decisions. Summary. Job analysis is a very important tool for any HR department. It gives you a clear picture of each job, what it involves, and what kind of person is suitable for it. For a future HR manager in a bank like you, this is one of the most important skills to hire correctly, train effectively, and build a great team. Without job analysis, hiring is like shooting in the dark. Unique insight on Indian banking industry. Insight number 3. Most Indian public sector banks like SBI, PNB, and Bank of Baroda use centralized HRMS, human resource management systems, for managing job postings, transfers, performance appraisals, and promotions. These systems are highly reliant on well-done job analysis. In fact, SBI's HRMS portal uses role-based access that is fully designed based on the job analysis data collected over years. As an HR officer, your understanding of job analysis will help you handle this system easily and efficiently. Topic 2.2.2 Purposes and Uses of Job Analysis. From Chapter 2, Introduction to Human Resource Planning. Main goal, to explain why job analysis is done and how it is useful in HR work. What is purposes and uses? It means the reasons why we do job analysis and the ways we can use it in real HR work. 1. Human resource planning. Job analysis helps HR to understand what kind of people, skills, knowledge are needed. It supports transfers and promotions by showing links between jobs. Example, as an HR officer in SBI, if I know the duties of a cashier, I can plan who can be promoted to head cashier. 2. Recruitment. Helps us decide when to recruit, whom to recruit. If we know what skills are needed, we can hire smartly. Example, a bank usually hires MBA grads for analysis roles. But if analysis can be done by BCom students too, then we can hire them at lower cost and save budget. 3. Selection. We can't select the right person unless we know what the job demands. Example, a bank manager wants to hire a teller. Without knowing if the teller should handle cash or also promote bank products, they may choose the wrong person. Job analysis clears this confusion. 4. Placement and orientation. Once selection is done, job analysis helps to place the person in the right role. Also helps in giving a clear orientation, introductory training to new joiners. Example, in a bank, a new HR assistant needs to know their tasks like maintaining records, staff attendance, etc. If not explained, they may get confused. 5. Training. If we don't know what a job requires, how will we train someone? Job analysis helps design training programs that match job needs. Example, if the role needs computer skills, training must cover Excel and HRMS software. Managers can guide employees better about their career path using job analysis. Employees also understand what skills to improve to get promotion. Example, as an HR officer, you can counsel a clerk to develop communication skills to become a customer relationship officer. 7. Employee safety. Job analysis finds dangerous or risky parts of a job and helps reduce them, makes the workplace safer and avoids accidents. Example, if a bank's cash officer handles too much cash without support, you can design rotation to reduce pressure. 8. Performance appraisal. Helps in setting performance goals. How? You can compare what should be done versus what is done to evaluate fairly. Example, if the job is to open 10 new accounts per week and the employee opens only 5, appraisal can be made fair using job data. 9. Job design and redesign. It helps combine small tasks into one complete job, job design. Weak points in jobs can be corrected, redesign. Example, if an HR officer finds that the leave application process is too long, they can simplify it for better efficiency. Job evaluation. Used to fix salary and grades by understanding job value. Higher difficulty, knowledge, and responsibility equals higher pay. Example, in a bank, job of a loan officer is more critical than a receptionist, so their salary will be more. 1. Discipline. Job analysis shows whether performance issues are due to the job or the person. Helps in solving issues before they become serious. Example, if an employee is not performing well and job analysis shows it's a mismatch, HR can take action early. 1. Industrial relations. It improves understanding between managers, employees, and unions. Reduces disputes by clearing confusion about who should do what. Example, a clerk claims they are doing officer's work. Job analysis proves what their real duties are, helping settle the issue. 1. Compensation and benefits. Job analysis decides the worth of a job in terms of pay. More important jobs with more responsibility get better pay. Example, HR assistant handles employee data, HR officer handles hiring decisions. Job analysis justifies different salaries. 1. Support legal employment practices. Job analysis supports fair hiring, promotion, transfer, and demotion decisions. It proves that decisions were made logically and legally, not emotionally. Example, if an employee sues the bank over demotion, job analysis documents protect the HR department. Summary. Job analysis is the backbone of all HR functions, from hiring, training, promotions, to safety, salary, and even legal issues. It plays a role in every HR decision. As an aspiring HR officer in a bank, this will be your daily tool to manage people better and ensure fairness in your department. Understanding job analysis makes you a smart HR. Banking industry insight. Must know. Insight 2. Private sector banks like HDFC, ICICI, and Axis Bank are increasingly investing in AI-based employee analytics to predict employee turnover, training needs, and even to promote internal mobility. As an HR aspirant, learning data-based decision-making, HR analytics, will give you a big edge in modern banking. Sure, let's deeply understand the concept. 2.2.3 Process of Job Analysis from Chapter 2 of Managing Human Resources MHR, explained in a very simple, beginner-friendly way with full emojis, interesting examples, and short and smart explanation. So you can become a future HR officer or HR manager in a bank like SBI or ICICI. What is Process of Job Analysis? A job analysis process means collecting full details about a job, like what tasks are done, what skills are needed, what tools are used, and what qualities are expected from the employee. This helps the HR department in hiring, training, evaluating, and managing people properly. Imagine you are the HR officer in SBI Bank, and you want to hire someone for the job of customer service executive. Before hiring, you must understand: what does the job involve? What qualities should the person have? How risky or safe is the job? What salary to offer? That's why job analysis process is important. Let's now learn its steps one by one in a super simple and clear way. Chat step-by-step process of job analysis. 1. Determination of uses of job analysis. Meaning, before starting job analysis, you must decide, why are we doing this analysis? Is it for hiring new employees, training, safety, salary planning? Example, as an HR officer at ICICI Bank, you want to know whether you need job analysis to improve training for sales executives or to plan a better recruitment system. Key point, always define the goal. Topic meaning before we start. Methods of job analysis means the different ways or techniques used to collect information about a job, like what work is done, what skills are needed, what tools are used, and how the job helps the organization. As a future HR officer in a bank, knowing these methods will help you write accurate job descriptions, select the right people, and improve employee performance. Tashdab. 2.2.4 Methods of Job Analysis, explained in simple terms with examples and emojis. 1. Questionnaire. This method asks employees to write down details about their job in their own words. It is usually done using forms or surveys, even through mail or email. Example, as an HR officer in SBI, if you want to understand what a bank teller does daily, you can give them a form to describe their tasks like handling cash, assisting customers, and managing accounts. It's detailed but time-consuming. 2. Checklist. Employees get a ready-made list of tasks and simply tick the ones they do, easier than writing full answers. Example, you give a checklist to clerks in the bank to tick off tasks like opening accounts, updating passbooks, etc. Easy to use and organize, but needs good preparation. Interview. The job analyst talks to employees individually or in groups to collect information about their job. It may take time and cost more. Example, you as HR officer sit with 5 branch managers and interview them about their daily roles and challenges. Good for understanding deep insights, but requires time and planning. 4. Observation. The analyst watches employees while they work. This gives a clear picture of what tasks they do and how. Example, you observe a cashier at the bank handling transactions to understand their speed and accuracy. Works best when the job is repetitive, but it may interrupt work. 5. Technical conference. Here, supervisors, not employees, give details about the job based on their experience. Example, you ask the senior HR manager about the duties of new customer service reps. May have errors if the supervisor doesn't know the latest work patterns. 6. Self-recording of diary. Employees write a daily diary about the tasks they do and time spent on each. Example, a branch manager maintains a diary about meetings, loan approvals, and customer issues. Useful at top level, but not practical at lower levels because it consumes time. 7. Critical incident method. Focuses on collecting stories of very good or very poor behavior at work, both positive and negative. Example, you collect reports of when a bank teller handled a tough customer really well or made a big mistake. Helps in performance appraisal and job design. 8. Occupational Information Network, ONET. ONET is a worldwide job database system that gives very detailed info about any job. Example, if you are designing a new role like digital banking officer, you can use ONET to find out what skills and tools are needed. Used even by central governments. 9. Repertory grid. A special type of interview that tries to understand how employees think about their jobs, their views, feelings, comparisons. Example, you interview 2 HR assistants and ask what makes one perform better than the other. Their answers help you see what good performance looks like. Good for understanding perceptions. Task inventory analysis. Used to identify the KSAs, knowledge, skills, and abilities needed for a job. A special tailor-made questionnaire is created for each job. Example, you create a form for loan officers to check if they have skills like risk analysis, customer communication, and documentation. Useful for hiring, training, and appraisals. Summary of key points to remember. There are many methods of job analysis, and each method suits different situations. Questionnaires, just checklists, interviews, and observation are most commonly used in banks. Some methods focus on what people do daily, like diaries. Others focus on performance, like critical incident. ONET is a modern online way to study jobs and is used worldwide. Each method helps in writing job descriptions, planning training, hiring right people, and improving performance. Real HR example. In a bank as HR officer. Imagine you're the HR officer of ICICI Bank. Your task is to recruit a new loan processing officer. To understand the role clearly, you use a checklist to know what current officers do. You interview senior staff to get a full picture. You use ONET to get skill details online. Finally, you observe how they handle customer files physically. This way, you choose the best recruitment method and make the job crystal clear. Insight about the Indian banking industry not related to HR. Fact: the Indian banking sector is actively investing in cybersecurity to prevent online frauds and protect digital banking transactions. Banks like SBI, HDFC, and ICICI have dedicated cybersecurity teams to fight cybercrimes. As future HR officers, even if it's not your job directly, understanding these trends helps you in training staff for safer digital behavior. Ready for the next topic? Just send it when you're ready. Topic title meaning before we begin. Problems in job analysis. This simply means the difficulties or challenge that an HR professional faces while trying to study and understand a job properly. Job analysis, where we collect details about a job, like what tasks it includes, what skills are needed, and who should do it. As a future HR officer in a bank, you'll need to do job analysis to make sure the right people are doing the right jobs. Let's now break down each problem with easy explanations and emojis. 1. Lack of support from top management. If the senior managers do not actively support the job analysis process, it can confuse and demotivate employees. Employees start doubting their roles because no one tells them clearly what their duties are. Example: imagine you are the HR officer at SBI. If your branch manager back your efforts to define job roles, clerks and officers may feel lost and underperform. 2. Using only one method to collect data. Some HR analysts use just one technique, like only taking interviews or only observing, which is not enough. Using multiple methods, like observation plus questionnaire, gives a more complete picture. Example, if you ask only one employee about the job role of a bank teller, you may miss other important tasks. But combining views from supervisors' observation gives better results. 3. Lack of training or motivation. Employees are not trained to give the right info about their jobs. If they are not motivated or rewarded, they don't take it seriously. Example, as an HR officer in ICICI Bank, if you ask an untrained employee about their duties, they may give poor or wrong info, but if you train them and appreciate them, they'll share useful data. 4. Misrepresentation of information. Some employees lie or give wrong info, either because they don't care or want to hide things. This can be on purpose to save themselves or by mistake. A bank employee may say, "I handle 50 customers daily," to look hardworking, when in reality they serve 20. This gives a wrong view of the job. 5. No support from supervisors and employees. Supervisors often think only HR is responsible for job analysis, so they stay out of it. But their input is very important to get the correct picture. Example, in HDFC Bank, if the branch supervisor helps the HR officer with info and observations, job analysis becomes more accurate. 6. Seen as a waste of time by managers. Many managers feel job analysis is boring and useless. They don't understand how it helps in recruitment, performance, and promotions. Example, a manager in a company may say, "Why do this?" But later, due to unclear job roles, employees clash and work suffers. That's when they realize job analysis is useful. #7. Fear among employees. In the past, job analysis was used to cut salaries or fire people, so employees still fear it. They think, if I tell my real work, maybe I'll be replaced. This fear must be removed for honest answers. Example, as HR in a bank, you must tell staff, "We are not removing you, we're just understanding your job better so we can help you grow." This builds trust. Information is not updated. Job duties change over time with new tech, rules, or customer needs. If the data is old, then decisions taken using that are wrong or outdated. Example, a few years ago, bank clerks didn't handle mobile banking queries. Today they do. So if you don't update job analysis, you may miss out on important duties. Summary time, easy to remember points. Job analysis faces problems like lack of support, wrong data, untrained staff, and outdated info. Employees and supervisors must work with HR to make it successful. It's not a waste of time. It helps in hiring, training, and setting clear roles. As a future bank HR officer, your job will be to remove fears, encourage honesty, and use multiple methods to get correct info. Banking industry insight number 3. Insight. Did you know? Punjab National Bank (PNB) site, established in 1894, was the first bank in India to be purely managed by Indians. It was started even before RBI was established in 1935. PNB played a major role in India's freedom movement, with leaders like Lala Lajpat Rai being involved in its founding. It helped finance Indian entrepreneurs who were rejected by British banks. I'm ready for